ready to leave. Well, that's when the officer came out and went over to the driver's side, which is where Gino was at.
Where did he park the car, the officer, in regard to your car?
Well, our car would be facing this way towards the road, and his front of his car was right against on ours.
Okay.
So we were looking a straight
So he blocked you in?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were blocked in.
And what kind of a car was it?
It was a Honda Civic.
Okay. There was no police designations on it, no lights or anything?
Nope.
Just a regular Honda car? Okay. So he gets out of the car and walks over to the driver's side. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And who was sitting in the driver's side?
Gino Molino, which is my boyfriend.
Okay. And you had just gotten ready to leave, is that right?
Yes.
And what did he say when he walked up into the car?
He said, "Where's the drugs?" You know, he said, "Where's the effing dope? Where is it at? You know, give it to me." And I know you have it. Where's it at? Just kept insisting that we have it and drugs and to give it to him. At that time, I had said, well, Gino said we don't have drugs, and at that time I kept saying, we don't have drugs. There's nothing in here. We don't smoke. We'll drop for you. You can search the car. You know, we were scared. We were nervous. Like, you know, what's going on? I was really embarrassed too. I see these people every day, and then I see some of them every weekend. So when I was...
What people are we talking about?
People that were at the restaurant. It's the home of the gear grinders, which is people who go to the cruise, but they come there so it's safe and drama free, and that they're on private property so that they can show their cars off without getting in trouble. And they come there every weekend, and there's always cops driving by to make sure everything's okay, so there's no trouble or whatnot. And this cop that's when he came up there. And he knew about this because he comes in like I said, every day, at least twice a day, to eat sometimes. And
Who is this that does that?
Dave Clardy, the officer that did this.
Oh, so you've seen him before then?
Mm-hmm. He used to come in the restaurant every day, sometimes twice a day.
Right. Did he talk to you when he'd come in?
I was one that always waited on him. I always got him. I don't know why, it was weird. It's just the way the rotation worked out, but I don't think there was once that I didn't get him.
Okay. So now he comes up to the car and he's demanding to know where drugs are that you don't have any, and there's none in the car. Did he search the car?
Yes, he did.
And what did he do when he first walked up to your boyfriend?
He made him get out and he searched him.
How did he search him?
He made him put his hands on the top of the car, and he was faced towards me, and he started searching him. The whole time he's searching him, he's saying rude things to him, trying to get him going, so where Gino would assault him, and he touched his private area, which really made him mad. And he said, you know, you just touched my... He said, what? You know, he said, you just touched my balls. He said, what balls? And he was trying to get him going and aggravate him and trying to get him to touch him so that way he could arrest him for something that night, because he knew that he had nothing on him. He knew that. I know he did. But he was just... There
was nothing to arrest him for. He found no drugs or any illegal paraphernalia?
Nope, nothing.
Okay. So now, what was the next thing he did?
After he searched him, he made him go to the hood of the car, and he searched the car. He searched under the seats, the driver's seat, searched the driver's door, searched in the back. He searched in the metal counselor and in the glove department, and then he took the keys out of the ignition and opened the trunk and searched back there.
All right. Now, before he searched, he put your boyfriend on the hood of the car. He'd lay him up there with his spread eagle like?
His hands were spread and his legs were spread, and he made Gino go there himself. He didn't do it himself, but he made Gino go do it, and his hands are like this and his feet were open, and he told Gino to look down. Gino didn't look down though. He kept watching and kept saying throughout the whole time he's doing it, do you have a warrant for this? You know, kept repeating it, and he said, you're not supposed to be doing it, and just because Gino at this time was pretty pissed off. So
during this period of time, you were still in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Did he eventually come around and have you get out of the car?
Yep. After he searched the car, he came over and I asked him, I said, do you want me to get out? And he said yes. As soon as I got out, the door was still no, actually I did close the door. My hands was on the top of the car, and he searched me. When he searched me, he searched inside my boot, high heel boot, and ran up my leg, and then he searched in my pockets.
All right, let me ask you this. How did he search you? Can you demonstrate for us what he did?
Yep. These pants that I had on were thin and they were tight. The pockets in the front there was no pockets in the front, you could tell that they didn't open. The pockets in the back, let me turn this way. The pockets in the back were really thin, there was nothing in them, and he searched like...
So you could see there was nothing in it?
Yeah, you could see there's nothing in them. He searched with his palms out, then he switched palm in. His right hand was just still on my butt, and his left hand, his index finger and his middle finger were moving around like this. And I think the reason that this hand was still was because that's where the audience was, that's where people in the parking lot were looking from, and this side it was just a fence. So that's why I didn't get why his one hand was still and the other one wasn't. But I think that's probably why that was. He was probably doing that for a good minute though. Just his one hand his two fingers were going around like this in my pockets. And
your back pocket, and pockets that were tight, that clearly didn't demonstrate there was anything in there. All right. Now, were there other people that came up on the scene at that? When did they?
Ever since the cop came in and pulled Gino out, they were kind of, they were all looking and like they were just.
Where were they from?